Next up is called Then. I think this is going to be the last two songs on the album.
살아야겠지 너는 곁에 없지만 아니 곁에 없던 건 내가 먼저였었나 애써 참아야겠지 많이 눈물 겹지만 내 모든 말이 핑계겠지만 결코 상처 주고 싶은 맘은 없었던 거야 너무 어렸던 거야 내겐 어렵던 거야 사랑이 사람이 사는 일이란 게 그냥 하고 싶은 말은 평생 동안 내가 사랑을 몰랐던 사는 동안 우리 다시 만나면 그땐 내가 꼭 지킬게
Love it.
그땐 내가 꼭 이리 지킬게 긴 꿈에서 깨어나고 덕분에 사는 것 같았다고 그 말을 건네주지 못했네 끝까지 못 지게 했네 이놈의 이별은 대체 익숙해지지가 않네 끝이란 얘기를 밝게 난 너를 꼭 다시 또 봐야 돼 시간의 숨통이 끊어진 기억에 저편에 두고 온 우리가 지독히 슬프고 아름답게 만든 추억을 현실로 가져와 끝내기 아쉬운 우리의 이야기들 다시 써내려가야 돼 yeah, yeah. 평생 동안 내가 사랑을 몰랐던 사는 동안 우리 다시 만나면 그땐 내가 꼭 이리 지킬게 그땐 내가 꼭 이리 지킬게 별의 눈물에 갇힌 밤 깊은 어둠에 닫힌 맘 내 하늘에 해가 뜰까 그냥 바람이 되어볼까 매일 슬픈 꿈을 꾼다 상실 속에 춤을 춘다 누가 빛이 되어줄까 너는 손을 내어줄까 평생 동안 내가 사랑을 몰랐던 사는 동안 우리 다시 만나면 그땐 내가 꼭 지킬게 그땐 내가 꼭 이리 지킬게
That voice. Oh man, if that had been the last song, I would have had a theory about that ending. So I love what Jazz said. This sounds like a musical I'm Sorry. So who knows what it will actually be about? I love that. I love that we don't know and you can't just trust the feel of the song. Love that. So track 11 of 12, this is called Then. You'll live even if I'm not by your side. No, I was the first to not be by your side. I'll have to put up with it, but it's a lot of tears. All my words are excuses. I never wanted to hurt you. I was too young. It was difficult for me. Love is what people live for, I just want to say. All my life, I didn't know love. If we meet again while I live, then I'll be faithful. That time, I'll be faithful. Waking up from a long dream, I felt like I was living thanks to you. I couldn't tell you. You treated me harshly till the end. What is this guy's farewell? I'm not used to it. I hope it's not the end. I must see you again. I left behind the memories that time suffocated, the memories we made so sad and beautiful. Bringing it to reality, our story that we regret to end. I have to rewrite it. Yeah, All my life I didn't know love. If we meet again while I live, then I'll be faithful. At that time, I'll be faithful. A night trapped in the tears of the stars, a heart closed in deep darkness. Will the sun rise in my sky? Will it just become the wind? I have sad dreams every day, dancing in loss. Who will be the light? Will you give me your hand? All my life I didn't know love. If we meet again while we live, then I will be faithful. That time I will be loyal. Wow. Jazz, I almost feel like you might be onto something with the musical I'm Sorry, because this piece does kind of feel like that's what he's implying. All my life I didn't know love. If we meet again while we live, then I will be faithful. At that time, I will be faithful. Almost implying that he wasn't the first time. I don't know if that's right or not, but we go back to the beginning, it's still things like this. All my words are excuses. I never wanted to hurt you. I was too young. It was difficult for me. It's really good. It's really, really good. And again, I love the fact that let's assume that you're right. It's a musical, I'm Sorry. When you don't understand the lyrics, yet you can still infer that from the sound of the song, that's incredible. That is art. That is a masterpiece. That is a master of his craft. Yes. Oh, love it. So the last song of the entire emotional journey, lyrical journey that we have traveled is called Rebirth. Will it be or will it not be? This is a lyric video. Here we go.
몇 번을 다시 태어나도 우리 여전히 운명일까? 덩쿨처럼 손가락 끌고 했던 약속을 기억할까? 엇갈린 시간을 헤매어도 너에게 닿을 수 있다면 나는 아득한 우주에 던져줘도 그냥 괜찮을 것 같아. 다음 생엔 넌 꽃으로 태어나 오나는 바람으로 불어올게. 네 주변에 스치듯 머물다가 오향기처럼 그저 흩어질게. 다음 생에도 내가 널 찾아갈게. 우연 같은 필연으로 또 만나. 너를 쳐다본다는 건 담아두고 싶은 거야. 행여 잊어버릴까봐 간직하고 싶은 거야. 언젠간 네가 없는 하루 살아가기 위해 내가 무너지지 않게 기억하고 싶은 거야. 널 안아준다는 건 기다려달라는 거야. 혹시나 없는 세상을 서러워말라는 거야. 수천 번 다시 살아도 너를 찾아갈 테니 처음 사랑하던 사무치게 끌어안을 거야. 엇갈린 시간을 헤매어도 너에게 닿을 수 있다면 나는 아득한 우주에 던져줘도 그냥 괜찮을 것 같아. 다음 생엔 넌 꽃으로 태어나 오나는 바람으로 불어올게. 네 주변에 스치듯 머물다가 오향기처럼 그저 흩어질게. 난 항상 네 곁에 있을게. 그러니 마음 놓아도 돼. 예봄 같은 온기를 품에 가 넌 꽃으로 태어나 오라는 바람으로 불어올게 네 주변에 스치듯 머물다가 오향기처럼 그저 흩어질게 다음 생에도 내가 널 찾아갈게 우연 같은 필연으로 또 만나 우리
Wow. We're going to read the lyrics. But before I do, this is how you craft an album. Full stop, from start to finish. This is art. Tie it on a bow. Love it. Yep. Rebirth. Last track of the entire album. No matter how many times I am reborn, are we still fated to meet? Wrap your fingers like a vine. Will you remember the promise we made? Even if I wander through different times, if I can reach you, even if I'm thrown into a distant universe, I guess I'll just be okay. Yeah. In the next life, I will be born as a flower. I will blow with the wind. Staying around you, I'll just scatter like the scent. In my next life, I'll go looking for you. We will meet again by chance. Clever. Looking at you, I want to keep it. I want to keep it in case I forget it. To live a day without you someday. I want to remember that so I don't fall apart. To hug you is to ask you to wait. Maybe you don't feel sorry about a world without me. Even if I live 1,000 times again, I will find you. I'll hold you tight like I loved you for the first time. Even if I wander through different times, if I can reach you, even if I'm thrown into a distant universe, I just think it'll be fine. I will always be by your side so you can put your mind to it. With spring-like warmth in my arms, I'll go to where you are and see you again. I will find you in my next life. We will meet again by chance. Oh, it's so good. We will meet again by chance. That's so good. And somebody even said in chat, this song feels like spring. Now, Rebirth, spring, nice. In the lyrics, with spring-like warmth in my arms. Again, to be able to get that without knowing the lyrics, oh, so good. It's so good. What a beautiful song. Yeah. Reincarnation, come back to live again. Yeah. Even if I wander through different times, if I can reach you. The song feels like a hug. So this album, let me go back to the first one. Now we started here. Now this is a performance video. I don't know if it has an official, actually it is a performance version, but I don't know if there's like a different video. Doesn't really matter. But all the way through this thing, this album, when I say this is how you craft an album, it feels personal, it feels real, it feels vulnerable. It's crafted very well so that we're kind of taking a version of his experience along for the ride. The way he puts things, whether it's musically or lyrically, or even just the form of track 1 to track 12, it all makes sense to go from 0 to the end. When I talked about the headstone and the birth date and the death date, and there's that little dash in between, I feel like this album is a perfect encapsulation of what that dash can mean for somebody. Because we experienced love, we experienced mistakes, we experienced lows, depression, highs, questions, potential rebirth. Like, and even if it's not like reincarnation rebirth, it's still the idea that, like, even with the song that talked about what we were interpreting as being unfaithful, there's a mistake. He did something wrong. He's still taking accountability for that and then moving forward, moving on, because time waits for no one. In this last video, what I thought was interesting, now it's just a lyric video, but there are moments here, very mundane moments, that I think we should pay attention to. Now we have the spring, maybe this is how you got the whole spring aspect, but like, where was it? We had the bridge, here we go, this piece here was very like mundane, this was very like, time just keeps going on. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a weird feeling to think that, and this is something like, if you've ever experienced grief, and I mean like grief, there's almost a moment for most people where you kind of sit there and you're angry at everybody else around you because, like, you lost somebody important to you. You lost somebody special. You lost somebody that you needed. And then the world just keeps going. And that doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem right. It's like, how are we just going to carry on with life when this happened? It's weird. It's hard to process through. Now, time heals and you do learn to do that, but these two shots, even if they weren't intending to do that, that's how I interpreted it. Even without the rebirth, if there is no rebirth and it's just the end, it is that death date. If that's even what we're talking about, this is just kind of the inevitability of it. Time will just go on. You know, even just recently, I had a lot of friends that are law enforcement or former law enforcement, retired, whatever, police officers, however you want to put it. And they lost somebody. They didn't lose them in you know, like the line of duty. It was just one of the guys had a heart attack. And he was too young for that, right? And heading to work, there was a point where they had set up a police car off on the side of the road with a whole bunch of flowers all over it. And it was a really, really sweet gesture. It was an acknowledgement of their friend that was gone. It was like remembrance in their own way, in their own language. But it also made me wonder, like, that's just kind of it, you know? We'll grieve, we'll acknowledge, we'll feel, we'll process, we'll grieve a little more, we'll mourn, and then time will just move on. And even someone like me that's very introspective and, you know, I get wrapped up in my own feelings sometime, I would like to think when I leave this place, I left behind a good thing. People will remember how they felt around me or with me. I want to leave behind good. But the reality is, when I go, I'm not going to know any different. As far as I know, I have no idea. Everybody has their own beliefs, but that's it. And then you just kind of hope, if that, you know what I mean? Like, not to get nihilistic, but we're not guaranteed tomorrow. That's for damn sure. So I think if we wrap this album up with a bow, here's how I would take this. What B.I. did with Waterfall was what I think most of us, when necessary, should be doing. Being open, being honest, asking for help, acknowledging our mistakes, putting it out there, being vulnerable. Because the reality is, while being vulnerable and asking for help and asking for support, while that does hurt, acknowledging how you feel in a bad way, you're sad, you're depressed, while acknowledging that hurts, it's going to hurt no matter what you do. So you may as well hurt while you try to get help. Now, I don't think that Waterfall is necessarily like a call for help, but I do think that it's a great example of having the ability to share an experience with somebody else. I've always said I think it's super important that we share our experiences because we learn from each other. For us to live inside these little closed walls and, you live inside your little town and you never talk to anybody outside the town, that is not a good thing. It's not. We have to be able to access each other. We should be sharing stories and sharing experiences. That's how we learn. In my opinion, the people that have the most honest and real and accurate understanding of what it means to be a human and all of the complexities that come along with that, all of the responsibilities that come along with that, are the ones that have been exposed to more and more cultures and different types of people and opinions and disagreements and fights and chaos. Because the more information you have, the more accurate of a decision you can make. And that information can also lend itself to helping somebody else. That's a pretty deep way to look at a 12-track album from B.I., but that's how I take it. And I think it's important for us to share things like that the way that B.I. shared this album. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely vulnerability expressed in such a beautiful way. Agreed. Yep. Agreed. Hurt while you heal. Well said, Meg. Well said. Beautiful album. Yep. Perfectly constructed and executed. Mm-hmm. Emotional and beautiful. Yes. I agree 100%. I'm glad that we did this. I'm also glad we did it now. I do feel like that's important. And honestly, we'll get this out onto YouTube, and I do hope that the fans that see this, I hope this offers some level of peace in what is most likely a very trying week. Now that B.I. is officially enlisted, and that's hard for people to deal with. I understand that. So I hope this does offer some level of comfort.